Today, Canada is holding its breath. A quiet warning from Prime Minister Mark Carney has just sent shockwaves through both Ottawa and Washington. According to multiple senior officials, Carney has privately cautioned his cabinet that President Donald Trump's next economic move could trigger a destabilization event capable of shaking the Canadian dollar to its core. For weeks, whispers have been circulating through Parliament Hill, but now, the alarm has gone public, and the timing could not be more dangerous. October 2025 has already been a volatile month. Inflation in Canada remains stubbornly high. The Bank of Canada has been forced to defend the loonie's value with emergency measures. Meanwhile, cross-border trade tensions with the United States have quietly escalated behind closed doors. But what exactly did Trump do, or what is he planning? That could make the Prime Minister himself sound the alarm. According to insiders familiar with the classified briefing, the threat revolves around a massive U.S. energy policy shift, one that could isolate Canada's exports and leave its financial system dangerously exposed. The rumor began earlier this week when an unsigned memo circulated inside the U.S. Treasury Department. The document, marked confidential, North Energy Realignment, allegedly outlines a Trump administration plan to impose a new tariff on foreign oil and natural gas imports, including from Canada. While Trump has not confirmed any such move, his public comments have raised eyebrows. Speaking from Pittsburgh, he declared that America will never again be energy dependent on anyone, not even our friends. For Canada, that statement was more than symbolic. It was a warning shot. And Mark Carney, a former central banker who once led both the Bank of Canada and the Bank of England, knows exactly what such words can mean for markets. Behind the scenes, Carney reportedly told close aides that Trump's unpredictability could spook investors faster than any interest rate hike. Within hours of that statement, the Canadian dollar slipped below 72 US cents, its weakest level since 2020. But what's truly alarming isn't just the slide. It's the silence coming from Washington. White House spokespeople have neither confirmed nor denied the existence of the North Energy Realignment Plan. Instead, President Trump has doubled down on what he calls American economic sovereignty. During an impromptu press conference on the White House lawn, Trump stated, "Mark Carney's a nice guy, smart banker, but Canada's had a free ride for too long. We're bringing production home. They'll be fine." Those words sent a chill through Bay Street and beyond. Analysts began warning that if Washington moves forward with an energy tariff or a shift in U.S. refinery purchasing, it could remove billions of dollars from Canada's export stream overnight. Some traders are even comparing the situation to the 1998 currency crisis that hit several smaller economies across Asia, but this time, it could happen inside the G7. As markets wobbled, Carney addressed the nation in a rare late-night press conference. He didn't name Trump directly, but the message was unmistakable. Canada must be prepared for significant external volatility. We will defend our economy, our currency, and our sovereignty. Those words were met with applause, but also unease. What kind of volatility was he expecting? And why did his tone sound almost personal? In Ottawa, rumors are swirling that Carney and Trump have not spoken directly in over a month. Not since a tense exchange during the G7 summit in Milan, where Trump allegedly accused Canada of manipulating trade balances through the weak loonie. That claim has never been proven. But several diplomats present at the meeting say Trump's tone was confrontational and Carney's response was unusually sharp. Now, weeks later, Canada's central bank is quietly intervening in currency markets to stabilize the dollar, while refusing to say how much it's spending to do so. At the same time, leaked intelligence reports suggest that American hedge funds, several with close ties to Trump allies, have begun shorting the Canadian dollar, betting it will fall even further. Is this coincidence or coordination? When reporters pressed Ottawa for answers, one senior Carney advisor gave a chilling reply. "We can't rule anything out. We've seen economic warfare before. This time, it may be coming from a friend." Meanwhile, Trump has been teasing a new America First Trade Realignment Act, set to be unveiled in early November. The details are unknown, but insiders claim it could rewrite portions of the U.S.-Canada trade framework signed under the USMCA. If true, that could devastate key Canadian industries, agriculture, manufacturing, and especially energy. And yet, despite all the warnings, no one knows exactly what's coming next. Markets are tense, The dollar is fragile, and Carney's private message to allies in Europe and Asia has only deepened the suspense. He reportedly told the German chancellor that Canada is entering an economic storm, not of our making, but one we must survive. Financial experts are now calling it the October risk, a scenario where one bold move from Washington could send Canada's currency tumbling, foreign investment fleeing, and consumer prices soaring before the year's end. Already, gas prices in Alberta have jumped 12 cents in just 1 week, a sign, some say, of panic spreading quietly through supply chains. But there's another layer. Multiple sources in Ottawa claim that the Bank of Canada has begun discreetly coordinating with the European Central Bank on a potential joint response, possibly a temporary digital currency swap line, to defend the loonie in case of a speculative attack. If true, that would mark the first such operation in Canadian history. Still, officials refuse to comment publicly. Meanwhile, an unverified report from a Washington think tank alleges that Trump's advisors are even considering backing the U.S. dollar with partial gold reserves, a move that could instantly boost American currency strength while crushing others in comparison. Again, no confirmation, but the rumor alone has rattled global markets. By late October, the loonie had fallen to 70.9 U.S. cents, and the pressure was mounting. Carney, visibly exhausted, addressed reporters once more. "We will not be intimidated. We will protect Canadian interests against any destabilizing action, intentional or otherwise." And yet, behind those words, the fear is undeniable. Some insiders believe Carney has ordered contingency plans for capital controls, temporary restrictions on foreign money leaving the country, a move unseen since the 1970s. If that's true, it suggests the Prime Minister believes the threat isn't just economic, but existential. Late Friday night, a mysterious document leaked on social media, allegedly a summary of Carney's emergency meeting with the Privy Council. It claims the Prime Minister warned that one wrong announcement from Washington could collapse market confidence within 48 hours. The authenticity of the document remains unverified, but its message spread like wildfire online, igniting panic and speculation. And so tonight, Canadians are left with questions and very few answers. Is this a bluff from Trump? A test of Canada's resolve? Or the opening move in a larger, unseen financial conflict between two longtime allies? Mark Carney insists Canada will endure whatever comes. But even his calm demeanor can't hide the unease behind every word. The markets are watching. The world is watching. And for the first time in decades, the stability of the Canadian dollar, once a global symbol of quiet strength, hangs by a thread. Because if Trump truly moves forward with his rumored plan, if tariffs rise, if capital shifts, if confidence breaks, then Carney's warning may prove prophetic. The loonie could fall, Canada's economy could shake, and North America could enter a new era of financial confrontation unlike anything we've seen before. Until then, all eyes remain fixed on Washington, waiting for Trump's next move, the one that could decide the fate of Canada's dollar and the future of its sovereignty.